Hello guys, welcome back. I'm Julie and I'm here to do my reaction video for season 2 episode 6 of The Last of Us. This time the title of the episode is The Prize, and we are here, we are back, and we are definitely ready for a new episode of The Last of Us. This is episode 6. It's an hour-long episode that just came out like literally 13 minutes ago. So I am extremely early for this episode, and I'm extremely happy that I get to watch it, react to it, and share with all of you. So I hope you guys are enjoying my reactions for the season. Do you guys know how many episodes will this season have? Is it gonna have 9 as like last season? 8? 7? Pretty sure this is not the finale, so I'm gonna guess that one more episode or 2 or 3. I don't know. Let me know that on the comment section down below, please. I will really like to know. But anyway, so what happened in the previous episode? Although it was the Feel Her Love episode, it was not heavily focused on the Seraphites as much as I liked it. Because I feel like they could go in, like, just like they had the episode on season 1 where they did the Bill episode, you know, that one, you know, you loosely get that on the games, but not in the same way you saw it on the screen, on the show, actually. So that was a really, really good episode, you know, about that story. And I think that the Seraphites and the Wolves, technically as well, they have very rich lore that you can kind of go in and like explore that. But yeah, I mean, we had the episode of like well, Jesse is in town, Dina is hurt, and Ellie kills Nora finally, you know. It's episode 5, so I'm like, okay, finally. You know, it just seems like they are gonna prolong this. They have to, you know, because there is no third game yet, so they have to prolong this as long as they can. So and it ended with a flashback, so this is going to be focusing on that, right? I didn't remember that. Okay, anyways, we're gonna jump right into the episode. I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you guys like it. Hope you guys continue to support for more. Give it a lot of thumbs up if you love The Last of Us. Subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell. Uncut reaction is always posted first on Patreon in case you guys want to check that out. Link as always will be in the description down below. Also, for the normal non-blur version of this episode, you can also go to Patreon. For now, that's about it. Without further ado, let's just begin with season 2 episode 6 of The Last of Us. Here we go. Oh, the spores. I was so excited about the spores. More excited than this. Also, I was not... I don't know if it was a good decision telling Ellie. Like, I don't know if it was a good decision telling Ellie that... like, why Abby did what Abby did. On the game, it's hinted that... because... it's hinted that Ellie thinks she knows the reason why Abby did it, but she's wrong. She literally says, I know why you killed him, but she doesn't know why she killed him. And like, I'm kind of like worried why giving her that information, how will that affect, you know, so we'll see. Is this supposed to be Tommy and Joel? Well, the flashbacks weren't that extreme. 1983?
I think you happened to walk by, saw what was going on, and started punching.
Tommy didn't do anything.
I talked to the kid you beat up, Joel. And the officers who got called to the scene. I'm not stupid.
You're not gonna hurt him.
Oh, look at the hatred in his eyes.
Just before I got out of the car, man. It just...
Okay, but this is the time to break
There was blood everywhere.
They break the cycle.
Grandma thought I was dead. My mouth was wired shut. And I bit Tommy. But never like that.
Okay.
Close. I mean, maybe I go too far.
That still doesn't mean shit. We'll have a choice.
I hope you do a little better than me.
He did a hell of a better than you. Well, debatable, but still. Up until one point he did, you know. With Sarah he did. With Ellie he did. Everything in between is kind of blurred. And that whole thing about hurt people as well. I don't know. Okay. Okay. They did the 2 again.
Been here 2 months, Seth.
Like I said, got something for me?
Oh, Legos.
Well, be fucked. I wasn't always this.
Or he's a bartender. There's nothing wrong with that.
I was a cop. Milwaukee PD.
I know he carbs, but... Phone? Really? Oh, okay. Wait, he's making the design? Oh, well, okay. That gives you more meaning.
Oh, where'd you come from?
What the hell?
She's all right. Come on.
Painkillers.
What do you mean painkillers?
No, leave it. Leave it.
Who let this happen?
What do you mean, let? Who
Yeah,
saw this coming? I was eating my damn dinner.
It hurts.
Okay.
Ow.
Easy, baby girl. Easy.
Aw.
Dr. V ran over to the clinic. He's gonna come by here.
I just really wanted to wear short sleeves again.
Ellie.
Sorry. I'm really...
It's okay. You're okay.
That's the thing, you know, Bella works for this Ellie. She works. She just works, you know? So, anyways.
Happy 15th birthday, Eli.
Well, let's hope Seth bakes better than he spells.
Oh!
He does. That's really good.
Is she still a little bit high on the painkillers?
And open.
Whoa, what's this?
Some folks call this a guitar.
I kept that joke.
Borrowed one of your drawings for inspiration.
It's my fucking birthday, man. Let's see what you got.
The dad to be. I fucking hate that line, by the way. I don't know. Oh, if he does it, I'm gonna cry. He's doing it.
I believe,
That's so cute.
and I believe, 'cause I can see our future days, days of you and me.
Give him an Emmy, give him an Emmy!
Oh,
Or a Grammy, a Grammy, a Grammy.
that didn't suck.
Oh, okay, we're
Is it a
gonna...
bow and arrow?
Nope.
Oh!
Is it water guns?
No,
Is
I love this!
a dinosaur?
you're not gonna guess.
Wait. Is it a lot or a kid?
Is there something going on between you two?
Excuse me?
You spent a lot of time together. Is it funny?
You're
I see
way
the way
off,
you look
dude.
at him.
I got a keen eye for these sort of things.
Yeah, no, you don't.
You do.
All right, none of my business. But, does anyone talk to you about the birds and the bees?
Dude.
Oh, you mean dicks and vaginas? I tell you what, I promise you I won't get pregnant if you let... Ah! Oh my God. It is a dinosaur! Joel!
Like it? Yeah. Likes it.
You can actually... Is she... Ah, yes, she's gonna
Whoa.
climb it.
Whoa, whoa. Ellie. Ellie.
That's Ellie for
Oh
you.
my God. Careful.
I want a motherfucking dinosaur! Joel, there's...
We gotta do the space... Oh! Okay, I'm gonna shut up.
So cool.
Remember her talking about
You know about this
space
place.
a few episodes ago?
Well, then what the fuck?
Can you interact with it, please?
It works?
Somebody must have greased it.
That's so cute.
Can you imagine being up there?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
You're going up to space.
You're gonna need a helmet. Yeah. That's so cool. They recreated this, you know?
How's it smell in there?
Like space and dust.
Good. Then you're ready.
Bella looks so young. She literally could still play a 15-year-old, 16-year-old like she's playing right now. I mean, it's a lot more believable than her own age.
It'll be worth it.
30 seconds and counting. Good. T-minus 25 seconds. 20 seconds and counting.
It's amazing, right? The lengths that he will go for her.
Seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32 minutes past the hour. Liftoff on Apollo 11.
That's an amazing experience. Oh, I love it that I have chills. Oh, look at that.
I do okay?
Are you kidding me?
Oh, look at the tears. Oh, man. Oh, he didn't give you the pin, though. What?
You okay?
Yeah.
What did she saw? What? I didn't see anything. What are you gonna find out?
Joel, what the fuck?
Exactly, what the fuck? Get out of here.
No, wait. What the...
It's not done yet. It's gonna look better.
Leave.
Right.
Yeah, she had the girlfriend, an ex-girlfriend, do that. So I'm gonna guess that's Kat, right?
So all the teenage shit all at once, huh? Drugs and tattoos and sex Experimenting with girls?
It wasn't sex. And it wasn't a fucking experiment.
Come on, Joel.
You don't know what you're saying.
Really? Is that what you're...
We'll discuss this later when you're yourself.
Okay. He's been a dad now. Just so you know, in the game she moved to here when she was 15. So you're gonna move out in the middle of the night?
What the hell are you doing?
Moving into the garage.
What the hell you are? Ellie, let go. You may not like the rules, but this is my house.
No, it isn't. You don't own it. They gave it to you. Sorry, to us.
Yeah.
You don't own anything.
Is he afraid that he's turning into his dad right now?
That probably means change and growth.
No, that would be a butterfly.
Oh. So what's a moth?
Death,
Oh.
if you believe in that shit.
So. Yes. I love the weed.
Why?
Yeah, right? I guess she had kind of those tendencies, yeah. They kind of seem like that.
Come on, binoculars.
Why? There's something out here.
I know, but this is about learning the ropes. So pretend, okay? It's part of the rules. You stick with your partner, scan the countryside, be ready for anything.
Oh shit!
What?
There's a little squirrel fucking the big squirrel. Probably report that.
Fine, we'll skip the scanning for now. Tell them to dig in. Go back to Jackson.
No.
Ellie, it's
No.
not safe. Go back.
I'm not your fucking kid, Joel. I'm your partner. We stick together.
Don't say that to me again! You're my fucking kid! For all intents and purposes, he had already adopted her. It's so crazy that they're just out in the woods. Oh! Who was that?
Come on.
That was not Eugene, right? That was the other one.
They let Gail out, keeping her at a safe distance, of course, and I say
Yeah.
goodbye.
Apparently he
Can't do
didn't.
that.
Yes, we can.
Oh!
Yes, we can.
You're empty.
Yeah, we can see that.
Oh. No, Joel, I gotta go back. I gotta see her. I got things. I gotta tell her.
I think you will understand that, right?
Things. You don't understand.
Joel, let him see his fucking wife. Please.
I mean, you actually don't know exactly how much time he has.
Get the horses, bring them down the trail. I'll start walking with him. We'll meet up with you. I promise. Go ahead, 10 feet.
Thank you.
I mean, if someone has to understand, that's you. And I guess we're gonna maybe see something. I think Ellie's gonna question him whether, because I have a feeling he's gonna kill him. Oh.
If you have last words for her, I'll pass them along.
Last words for her. No, I need her last words. For me.
If you love someone, you can always see their face.
I see her.
Damn. I don't think he had that much time though, but I think that Ellie's gonna be like, you promised.
When we get there, I'll tell Gail what she needs to know and nothing more. It's the right thing to do.
She's pissed that he didn't wait because, like, you promised and now you're saying this.
I had no choice.
I mean, we don't see that he's actually turning, but, like, I don't think he will have made it all the way back.
That's not what happened.
Oh, Ellie. Ellie.
He begged to see you. He had time. Joe promised to take him to you. He promised us both.
Oh, shit.
And then Joel shot him in the head.
Shit! That's why she doesn't give a damn about him. Oh, God. Woo! That was his lap.
Please. Get away from me, please.
Holy fuck.
You swore.
Which now means that he lied before. Oh. Gail. Well, we actually didn't know how much time he had, but like, if we could have pushed it enough, we could have known how far he will have gone, you know?
Sorry.
The church stinks.
What did you just say? No. Ellie, hey, no.
You get the hell out of here.
Seth, let's...
Oh, by the way, how is it that they know about this lore? You know? Well, they know because of them, and how is it that they don't know about pride? Okay, I'm confused.
A walk. Come on. Let's go.
Okay, so...
Are you okay?
I'm afraid that something's about to happen that I don't want
with you?
I don't think it should happen now.
I don't need your fucking help.
See, this is what is about to happen that I don't think it should happen. Are they gonna, like, merge? No. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna shut up.
I think I knew already.
No, you didn't. Well, in a way, I think. Yeah. I chose to believe him. But... So they took us... They took... Okay. See, I was...
Were there other immune people?
Okay, so they took 2 scenes out. Look at his face shaking.
Were there raiders?
Nope, that was all me.
Could they have made a cure?
No. Actually, no. You don't know that. You can answer that with you don't know. Because they were shooting... No, you don't know. That's what they told you. No, that's not true. Well, that's what he believes is true.
Did you?
But if somehow I had a second chance at that moment...
He will do it all over again. Yeah. As a parent, I understand that.
Because you're selfish.
Because he's a dad.
Because I love you.
Yeah.
Well then,
He's gonna repeat the same words his father
I
said.
hope you do a little better than me.
Oh my god. Oh, that chills. Pedro is such a fantastic actor. He killed it, Dad.
I don't think I can forgive you for this.
But I am so annoying, aren't I?
But I would like to try.
See, this is rushed. You had an entire flashback episode. And the single most important flashback you don't show. Okay guys, so that was the end of season 2, episode 6 of The Last of Us. Apparently next week is the season finale. And the promo looks all sorts of crazy. And like right now, even though I have played the game, I really have no idea where they are going to end this season and what is ahead for the next. Now, am I like this episode? It brought Joel back. It was amazing having Pedro back. Is he a wonderful actor? Did he do a fantastic job at capturing Joel since the first episode? Yes. Until this, that feels very much like his last episode with Joel. Yes. He's an extraordinary actor. He just gets you in the feels, and I don't think anyone can like be mad about how good he has portrayed the character. You know, how many more layers he has bring into the character. Like that, even like that tear, you know, when he was inside of the capsule, you know, with Ellie. That little tear, man, I was like, oh my god. Like, does he understand, like, and feels what is supposed to be feeling? Yes, he does. And he does a brilliant job on this episode. And it's sad, right? At the same time, because we know how he's gonna end up, right? We know that. And the thing with Joel that I find that people and myself like the most is that I don't feel necessarily that he has a savior complex, or that he is supposed to be the hero of the story. No, he's not. Technically, he's not. If you really see it from everyone else's point of view, he's not. He's just he's a selfish person and someone capable of a lot in the name of, love. What he considers love and who he considers is worthy of still be breathing and living, And most of people that loves Joel understands that about his character. That he is flawed, but that he tries. That he, had to do, understands him from like losing his daughter to, to everything he did with Tommy, which I don't think that necessarily they have talked about too much, like in the time period of like when you time jump in those 20 years, so we love Joel exactly for who he is. We don't necessarily we don't need actually him to be perfect for us to love and care about him. And that's exactly what Pedro has been able to accomplish, and having him on this episode was extremely wonderful. I love the flashbacks. I think they were extremely strong. Now, having the capsule, you know, the Apollo 11 scene there, the dinosaur, you know, thing, I loved it, you know. But the show does things that, in my opinion, are extremely wrong in a way. Because they take you, like, I don't know who they're trying to surprise. Because, and they didn't do this on the first season. Like I said, they fill in the gaps, you know, and work themselves into the world of The Last of Us, rather than decide to say, okay, Ellie has to kill Abby. Okay, so she will get from point A to point B, you know, and she will still do this, or whatever, you know, whatever faith you want. But, like, in the middle of it, which is, like, the entire rest of the game, we're just gonna do what we want, you know, and reference the game in parts, you know, and pick and choose. And I find it so, like, for instance, the scene with Seth, having the scene replayed, for what purpose? Other than, like, you only needed to show the barn, in my opinion, the barn and Ellie leaving, you know, to see that she's actually, you know, we are going into that time period, that time, you know, where they talk, you know. And I will have invested those minutes into the conversation that Joel and Ellie had at the hospital in Salt Lake. Now I understand a budget, like constrictions, whatever. She could have gone and say, I actually went to the Fireflies hospital and look what I brought, and hit play, you know? That's it. That's all she needed. They don't need to build the entire hospital background and everything if you're talking about budget and whatever. Okay? That single playable thing will have been enough for us to know, oh, she actually did go, but she, instead of, you know, just waiting for him there, she actually came back and confront him about it. Right? Because it loses its effect. Right? And now you have taken a scene that is like the last scene that we see with Joel and Ellie is the last scene that we see on the game. So I don't like, and it could have been played even more beautifully if you add the layers of, like, the dad saying you can do a little bit better than me and all of that, with how Ellie turns out at the end of game 2, you know, by just leaving that. But no, they have to feed us this is what is happening, this what is what's about, like, instead of letting us just explore that, you know. They should have kept the scene with a few years of difference between them. We should have seen that scene, regardless of where it could happen, outside the hospital, inside of their house. But we should have seen that scene of her confronting him way before the porch scene. Because you're telling me she is confronting him, finally, you know, knowing the entire truth. Something that she kinda already knew, but, you know, was reluctant to truly believe. But since they introduced did I need a Eugene scene? No, I didn't. I didn't. But they opened the door on episode 1 for Eugene, and for us to be like, wait, he didn't kill Eugene, but he did here, so we need an explanation. We actually did not. They actually could have played that moment a little bit better and gave us that one flashback. I understand if you didn't want to go to the museum, right? To the lodge when they find the couple that, and there's a confrontation as well there. Okay, you don't want to give me that one? I understand. But the Salt Lake scene? How's it that you're not going to give me that? That is just, in my opinion, not well done. The acting, the portrayal from the two actors was exquisite on that scene. Like, beautifully done. The emotions, the tear, everything. They play off so well. And it's so sad that we're not going to see more of it. Or if we do, it's going to be, just reserved for, like, special episodes or special moments or your, flashbacks and things like that. Because Joel is dead. But, that doesn't mean that you couldn't have given them a little bit more time. I honestly don't understand the decision of including Eugene. I really, this lab, I'm not saying that the actors are doing anything bad. The actors are giving the performances of their lives. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I think that decision was not the right one to do. I do believe that they should have done it more like in the games. And because at the end of the episode there is the making of the episode, and they are kind of so you understand why Ellie is, committing these acts of violence. And I'm like, I already understand why she's committing the acts of violence. It's because she feels that Joel didn't deserve to die the way he did. And because she's traumatized because her father figure died in front of her without her being able to do anything about it. So I have reasons. The whole Norris, they're trying to justify Ellie's action. Ellie's one action. Because she has killed, so far, one person out of the 5 or 6 that were the Salt Lake group. Only one has died. 6 episodes in. So I'm I understand they have to prolong things, and now also the fact that they kind of say that when they were mapping season 1 of the show, they were actually doing part 2 of the game, could completely mean that right now or in the next season, when they start to write for that season, they could very well have a glimpse already of game 3 if there is a game 3, right? So, I don't know, do better, I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Anyways, so, did I love the episode because of the performances? Yes, because Bella, like I said, Bella and Pedro killed it. They killed it. They were amazing. Okay? They gave us the tattoo story, you get that in the first hour of the game on a silly conversation between Dina and Ellie on the games. We know about this girlfriend. Her name is Kat. The one that gave her the tattoo. Dina was not very fond of her, by the way, for reasons, Then also they kind of are a little bit of Joel was kind of a little bit girls, you're experimenting. And I'm Joel has always been very, very supportive and not questioning that part of who she is. At first he did believe that, Ellie had a crush on Jesse, but It's just him being old, you know, and he doesn't know shit. So, I don't know. It felt... And also, in the game, it happens differently because by the time she's 15, she has already moved to the garage. She has already living there because, like, the seed of doubt from whether what happened in Salt Lake, it's really what he told her, it's already in her, you know. And that guitar scene is really much like them dancing around each other, and Joel really, really, really being patient and, like, you know, just open and vulnerable to her, and until Ellie's able to kind of like relax and open up, and, you know, and we hear the version of the song. Pedro killed it. Loved his rendition of it as well. And that's the same song that Ellie was trying to play on the previous episode, by the way. So yeah, different things, kind of shifts everything up a bit, but, you know, I kind of like that it was like every time on Ellie's birthday. So okay, I kind of had that, you know. But I don't know, I didn't need the Eugenia scene to mean as much as it meant, you know, for them. But, you know, that's the way that they decided to explore it. I choose the version that there is on the game as the one that I like a little bit more, about how is it that they actually reveal to Ellie what happened. And for me, that one impacts a lot more. But now that if you sit now with the information that you have, you kind of do, I want to give this to the writers though. You kind of do get that bit of like, right when they are in a way trying to rebuild their relationship, you know, and build it now in a space of truth, you know, in comes Abby and destroys it all. You know what I mean? And it's just, it makes it even worse, you know. But we haven't seen Abby in, like, not that I'm complaining, not that I want to see her, but we need to see her though. We haven't seen her in like the entire season. She was just in episode 2 and she disappears. It happens in the games as well, but still. And anyways, do we care about Abby? We do not. I do not. I am in that part of the game fandom that, regardless of playing the game, still hates Abby by the end of it. By the way, you know, so I am in that team. So yeah. So it just kind of makes you like, it hits more, right? The fact that, you know, everything was going to be so much better for them, you know. I did love the I mean, as a parent, and I think that Joel was really making that distinction. And I think that phrase does add a little bit more when he's like, when, like, you might not have one of your own, but if you do, like, until you do, you can't understand that. And as a parent, I completely agree and I completely understand, you know. And I like the fact that he actually said that, you know, because it will have an impact. That phrase will have an impact later on. And now that we have seen things might shift here and might change, you know. So, yeah. I mean, they might change for the best, for the better, for worse. It will change. So, but it does add a lot more to it, for him to be able to just speak his truth, you know. Did like the little flashback to when he was a child, well, a teenager, I guess. I don't know how old he was, but he was young, and his dad is actually there, and the dad is like, well, yeah, I do beat you up, but I don't beat you up in the same savage way that my dad did to me. You're still beating him up. But he is, you know, I don't know if, I guess that we are confronted to that truth of, like, sometimes, you know, the way we show our love and things like that are rooted kind of in the way that we have been raised. And if Joel has been raised to be afraid of his dad because of physical violence, you know, you kind of do understand why it was. Actually, you don't, because, like, why it was so easy for him to completely disconnect from the world and just go into the path that he followed. But actually, no, because, like, why he turned out the way he turned out when we first get to play as Joel is a direct response of having the government pretty much, you know, kill his daughter. There is no reason to believe that he has ever been violent towards Sarah. You know, so for all intents and purposes, he was better than his dad. You know, and when it came to Ellie, he was better than his dad. But you have to understand that the world that his dad lived is not the same world that he's living with Ellie. You know? And in his timeline, in his time, when he did it with Sarah, he actually did a good job. You know, he was able to break that cycle of violence inside of his home. You know, but violence then became so natural to him. Like I said, not necessarily because that was with him from the beginning because of his dad. I believe it was because of what happened to Sarah. And then because of everything that happens on the first game and how he finds Ellie, you know, and kind of has this adoptive parent, you know, and becomes this parent to this teenager, you know. So that's the reason why his violence, if there was, you know, a savior complex like they try to say, I really don't see it, because, like, I don't believe that he wants to, like, he doesn't want to save anyone. He only wants to save Ellie, the person that he loves and cares about, you know? So it's just him saving, like, and also the fact that he said, oh yeah, they were gonna make a cure. They were not gonna make a cure. I mean, I have watched a lot of videos explaining the reasons why the Fireflies will have never been able to make a cure. So go on YouTube and actually watch them. They're incredible. Also watch the reasons why Ellie is you know, the immunity thing with Ellie. Those are very interesting as well, which there are really good theories out there as well. Where was I going with this? Oh, the Fireflies, right? The Fireflies, you have to understand, and it's something that I don't think... No, actually, they do very well on the first season, which is that the Fireflies were very much eradicated. That was when the Salt Lake group was one of the last spots for the Fireflies. And Joel killed all motherfuckers. Which, in my opinion, they deserve. Because Ellie says on this episode, and she says it on the game as well, that it was her destiny, right? Kinda. She doesn't use those words, but that you took this from me, right? But isn't there a part of you that you wouldn't like to give the person who is about to possibly change the world the option to do it? This is a minor we were talking about that they find barely surviving, right? So they find and they diminish everything, you know? And this is the last outpost, one of the last outposts of the Fireflies, right? And of the last ones. And no, the last one, if I'm not wrong, the last one. They didn't have the resources to create a vaccine. They thought they did. I don't understand why they jump. There are theories, like I said, go and check them out. But there are theories on how is it that she might be immune. But there's no need for them to actually kill her, you know? And if they were going to do that, which is extremely debatable, and you can find a lot of points against the fact that you have only one person who is immune, and immediately you're gonna kill her. When you know her blood, her, you know, immune system and everything is immune to the cordyceps, you think, you know, oh, actually, let's kill her. And like, because they base everything on like, oh, the cordyceps still grows in her brain like it does with all the other infected. With Ellie, with the runners, with they all go into the brain. So if you want to analyze a brain structure already infected, all you have to do is kill a runner, right? And then extract the brain, and you have it. It's not an immune system and anything, but like, what do you gain from that? Absolutely nothing, in my opinion. But regardless of that, there is the ethical question of like, couldn't have you give her the chance of saying yes or no, regardless of what your opinion after that will have been, if you have actually will have forced her to do it or not, whatever. Okay, that is something else to discuss. But like, wouldn't you have wanted to give her that option? No. And if you have played the game, you know the reasons behind it, you know? So, yes, Ellie believes that was her, yeah, but she had no agency. And Joel, as the father that he had became in that year that he spent with her, traveling and doing everything with her and everything that happened to her during the entire first game and first season, you know, for him to be like, yeah, now we're gonna take her away once again, you know, for a cause that he never believed in. By the way, he never believed in the Fireflies. It was her all the time. It was Ellie's persistence of continue finding the Fireflies the reason why he kept going, you know. At the end of the day, they could have given them, the only person that would have been able to say to Joel, this is my choice, I will do it, respect it, and for Joel to actually not destroy everyone, it would have been Ellie. But they underestimated the entire situation. And for that, in my opinion, and for the sole fact that it was just unethical, in my opinion, the Fireflies deserve to die. And I agree with Joel. So it was, you know, what do you expect from a parent? You know, you're never gonna see your daughter again. That's it. You know, it's just that the Fireflies at that point were extremely, you know, Merlene has lost everything at that point, and she's like, fuck it, you know, just do it, you know. And at the end of the day, it it was more complex than just that, you know. So yeah, anyways, so the episode, you know, the price that we paid, all these memories, all this development, everything that happened with Joel, and how, you know, he was able to change a bit because of Ellie and like his connection with her, the conversations and everything that it could have been. That was the price he had to pay for what he did on the Fireflies building, you know. And he knew that something like that was gonna come for him, and he accepted it, you know. He accepted the repercussions of his choice. And like he said, if he had a second chance, he will do exactly the same. As a parent, I completely understand him, because I will do the fucking same as well. I mean, I will not be as successful as he, but like some motherfuckers will have died. Anyway, so that was the end of episode 6. Next week is the finale for season 2, which of course is not gonna cover even half of the game. So get ready. So my weighted episode for the they're gonna maybe have an entire episode of the Sarah fights. Fuck you, no. Maybe next season. You know, there's always next season. At least for this show. That's it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the support. I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys continue supporting for more. Give a thumbs up, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell. Uncut reactions always posted first on Patreon. I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you guys liked it. On that reaction, I do react to the promo for next week, in case you guys want to check that out as well. And for now, that's about it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all your support. And I'll see you guys next week for the season 2 finale of The Last of Us. That's it. I'll see you guys next time. Mwah. Bye, guys.